Hi, I'm Jason Edwards and I'm a former clinical mental health manager, and I now work as a clinical hypnotherapist and life coach. Today we're going to be talking about stress and anxiety and the very best way of dealing with it. So this is for everyone who is currently suffering from stress, anxiety, no matter who you are, no matter what your situational setup, what you believe the cause of your stress and anxiety is, you can improve your situation just by shifting your thoughts and mindset. And today I'm going to show you how you can do that in this video. So first of all, let us get a better understanding of just what stress and anxiety really are and how they are created. Now, stress in its purest form is the body's reaction to a situation, nothing more. When we have to face or go and do something, if we think we might find it difficult, no matter what it is, it can be different for everyone. For some people it's just leaving the house, going shopping. For others it might be driving on a motorway for the first time, or maybe attending a job interview or sitting an exam. If we start to think, and the really important word here is think, that we might find whatever it is that we have to do scary, difficult, uncomfortable, or just new, just different, then the body starts to respond in a really poor way, and we start to feel, another key and important word, we start to feel that we are becoming stressed. So let's start breaking this down. If you think a situation will make you become stressed, and it is only a thought, important to remember that, as your thoughts are not always based on reality, then you will become stressed. And this is because your thoughts control your feelings, and your feelings are based on the thoughts you are having about the situation. So, as the old saying goes, as you think, you become. So your negative thoughts are controlling and affecting your feelings, and those feelings affect your responses, your actions, and how you behave. So if those thoughts are telling you that dealing with this thing is going to be uncomfortable, unpleasant, scary, different, you have already started to attach negative feelings to whatever the situation it is. And you will react in a stressful way whenever you think about it. You can usually respond in one of the three classic ways to stress, and that is either fight, flight, or freeze. So you may experience feelings of fear, maybe aggression, hostility, or in some cases become almost completely paralyzed. And if you find yourself responding like this whenever you think about a certain situation, it may be because you have started to believe that you have no choice other than to behave in a stressful way regarding the situation. So this is how we create stress in our body. We make stressful images, use stressful words, that then go to make up the stressful thoughts. These thoughts control our feelings, which affect our responses and our actions. Anxiety is very similar to stress, and again, it is based on situations that you are going to be facing, such as the run-up towards an exam, or a job interview, or whatever it is for you. Anxiety can often lead to panic and worry, and can even lead to what have become known as anxiety attacks. Now, anxiety can also cause you to wake up in the night, it can cause you to lose sleep, experience dizziness, and even give us heart palpitations. But again, as with stress, anxiety can often be about the thoughts and feelings you are choosing to attach to a situation. Now notice that I have used the word choosing here because you have a choice with how you can respond to these situations. Now you might not believe that is true. Let me explain what I mean. Have you ever met two people who have faced the same situation but responded and reacted to it totally differently? One person might be fearful and become anxious around a situation, whereas the other person responds completely calmly to it. Now, there can be many different reasons for this, but what it always comes down to are the words that you are using to describe the situation and the pictures that you are making in your head. I guarantee you, if you and someone else are feeling completely different about the same situation or event, then you are using different words and making different pictures in your heads. There was a film that was released a few years ago with Will Smith and his son, and it was called After Earth. I always remember the film because on the front cover it said, "Danger is real, fear is a choice." Now, you do need to remember this, as you can sometimes feel stressed or have an anxious moment for a very good reason. In fact, our fight or flight response was actually born out of a need to keep us out of danger. And we do need that as a reminder to keep us safe. Let me give you an example. A few years ago, I went to an outdoor adventure park where you're attached to harnesses and ropes and you climb up into really tall trees, walk across planks of wood and ropes and wires that are suspended really high up, hundreds of feet in the air, and then you slide down zip wires. Really exciting. Now, I've never been great with heights and I wanted to enjoy the day. Also, it was important because the person I was going with had 3 children and we needed 2 adults to accompany them. So, I had to find a way of changing the thoughts and pictures in my head. So the night before we went, I spent the whole evening using self-hypnosis and some really powerful NLP techniques to calm myself, and I also made some new pictures and some new thoughts. So I would be able to enjoy the experience the next day instead of being stressed. Now when we got there, I knew that I was safe, and the intellectual part of my brain was really aware of this, but the emotional element wanted to tell me something completely different. I knew that the chances of both the ropes breaking was completely improbable. However, I still had that element of anxiety about it. Now that was actually really healthy, because as safe as I was experiencing something new that was not normal and it was not natural to me. Now my friend's children loved it. They raced up there, they flew across the ropes and wires without a care in the world. They had approached the whole situation with fun and excitement, and a lot less thought to the realities of the situation. Now they knew they had to stay attached to the ropes and harnesses, and they were really sensible about this, but it was not their primary focus. They trusted that they were safe and just focused on having a good time. Whereas I was still giving more focus to the ropes, the height, where I was putting my feet. So, it's really good, and we have to acknowledge that danger in a situation is real. However, our fears are a choice, And sometimes when we start to focus too much on the wrong thing, then it can start to induce stress or anxiety in us. Well, the first thing we have to accept is we can never remove the causes of stress and anxiety. There will always be crowds of people, tests to pass, job interviews to attend, different people to deal with. These will never go away. So you can't really change the situation. And if you're starting to find that your solution is avoidance of a situation, this is where you can run into real problems as you are not facing up to reality. You can make changes to your world. You can leave or change a situation. For example, if you don't like your partner, you can change your partner. You can get a new job. When you go shopping, you can go when it's quieter. Whatever you think might reduce your stress and your cause of anxiety. And actually, sometimes this can be really helpful. However, there will always be other things in the world that will challenge you, even when you make changes. Your new partner won't be perfect all the time. There will be new people for you to meet in different job roles, different challenges. The real secret here is accepting that the causes of stress and anxiety will always be there, but you need to start seeing them, yourself, and how you deal with it very differently. So just imagine for a moment that for you, everything always works out. No matter what it was or what you try, people were always positive. You always got the results you want, and you feel calm, you feel relaxed and happy in every situation you encountered. Now really feel how you would go about your daily life, your work, your relationships with other people, if you truly believe that this was your world. You would go out and you would do whatever you needed to achieve your goals, and you would feel great about doing it. Now, you may say that is all well and good, but that is not the real world. But actually, it is as real as the one that you create that stops you from achieving certain tasks as you think they could go wrong. See, for a moment there you started to create some new thoughts and generated new feelings, and then you may have let them go just as quickly as you created them. But for a second, your brain created a new neural pathway. Now when you do this time and time again, you actually start to create some really positive new thoughts about achieving something, and this in turn gives you a new feeling. And as you know, a new positive feeling will lead you to maybe a new positive response or reaction to whatever it was that you used to find a cause of stress and anxiety. So let me ask you a question. How do you become brilliant at anything? You rehearse and practice it time and time and time again until you see yourselves truly mastering whatever it is that you want to. If you are someone who finds certain situations stressful or a cause of anxiety, it is because you have rehearsed them time and time again in your mind until you've become an absolute expert in getting them wrong and being stressful. So you need to break this pattern. You need to interrupt and break the thoughts of whatever it was you used to do and start to rehearse in your mind what you want to have happen when you encounter it. So, what is the key to this? key to reducing any of your stresses and anxiety is gaining control over the emotions and regulating what is going on in the brain. Now, one of the best ways of doing this is to start practicing daily relaxation and calmness, as I guarantee you the one thing that will make the biggest difference is practicing staying calm and in control in any situation. Now, you can easily practice this. You can start by watching my relaxation video every day. If you do this every day for just a week, you will start to gain some control over your thoughts. Remember that not only do the thoughts control the emotions and the reactions, when you start to feel calm, and you will start to gain some control over your thoughts, that is one of the real secrets to start allowing yourself real emotional freedom. So just start to be more mindful of what you're choosing to focus on. Remember that in any situation you have a choice. Start to rehearse in your mind your fantastic, great new life with you responding differently to events. And finally, practice listening to relaxation videos and gain some emotional control back over the thoughts in your head. I've been Jason Edwards. If you want to know any more about how you can deal with anything in your life, such as stress, anxieties, fears, phobias, please contact me through my website, Hypnotherapy in Norwich.